Welcome, everybody, to the Chinchilla Pickin' Podcast. It is February 19th, 2022. As always, we hope to be entertaining, educational, and uplifting because we want everyone to make money. My name is David Underwood, and I'm here by myself because we're doing a downtime with Dave. That means it's going to be a quick 10-minute podcast, something to listen to on your break. Maybe, if you're just out and about and you got a 10-minute drive to the grocery store, put this in, give it a listen, see what you got, and if you like what you're hearing on our podcast, guys, feel free to go ahead and subscribe or even leave a review. That's how we get that organic growth. So if you like it, go ahead, and if you don't worry about it. No worries, give us a listen anyways, right? That way that they'll share it with other people who also might like it. All right, today I'm going to talk about a couple things. First of all, I opened a crypto.com account, as I was posted about and talked about on our Instagram page, and on the crypto.com. I wanted to check it out, see what it was about, see how easy it was, if you will. The total account took me about 7-8 minutes to completely set up. I mean, it wasn't that hard at all. It was pretty self-explanatory. Had to verify myself and the other things before we're going into the account, and got it going. And it was pretty easy. And then to put money on it, you could use a credit card or a debit card. Even I recommend a credit card, but you can use your credit card and you can throw $20 on there real quick, because that's all I put on there. I did not put a lot of money on there. I just put $20. I mean, I spend more than that on coffee. So I went in there, and right now I'm currently losing money. I'm not doing too good. I'm down like 3%, but crypto's not my thing. I'm I'm learning it. I'm getting better at it, and I think it's pretty easy. If it is your thing and you're really in tuned into the crypto universe, crypto.com is a nice site. However, when I compare the prices versus Coinbase or some of these other sites, it is on the pricier side. However, crypto.com offers all these alternative ways to get free crypto, get free cash, referring friends, accomplishing different tasks for the site. So, I mean, there's different ways it can do that as well. That's just my quick review on it. I'll let you know more as I play with it some more and, make some more trades and see how it all kind of works out. The first 30 days, you get no fees on your trade. So that's the time to really know kind of what you're doing. For me, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to know what I'm doing anyways, right? But let's get into some of the stuff I am a little bit more familiar with and some of the stocks that I'm currently looking at, some of the things that reasons why, right? So I bring up crypto because everybody was saying that Bitcoin is not the hedge that we thought it was going to be. The market was crashing. Usually gold goes up. They thought Bitcoin would be a safe haven. They thought this because back in the day when Bitcoin first started emerging, like really blowing up on the scene, it was during a financial crisis in Cyprus, right? The banks could no longer give out all the money that people had in their account. So say I had an account and I had $10,000 in that account. Well, you go to the bank, they say, we can't give you the $10,000. We can give you $1,000 today. You're going to have to come back next week, get another $1,000. There was a run on the banks. The banks were running out of money. People wanted someplace they could put their money that was safe. So all these people in Cyprus started throwing their money in Bitcoin, and that caused other countries, so people who had lots of internet access and people who were watching these type of things, such as i.e. Russia and the United States, Great Britain. There was sectors and groups within those countries that were watching this, and they started seeing all these people pumping money into Bitcoin, so they did as well. And that's what caused the first Bitcoin huge public attention, news media. I mean, it was on its way up no matter what, but that's what really spurred it. And it was this bank crisis in the country of Cyprus. And that's where you come to today. It's always been a place that when, the banks or countries seem to be questionable about whether or not they can honor their agreements, this is a place that people put their money because there's no country that's going to control it. And that's what the thought was. So lately, when the markets have been taken, the news analysts I've been watching on CNBC and Bloomberg have come out and said, look, guys, the market's going down and Bitcoin's not going up. It's not the hedge you thought it was. Is this the case? I don't know, man. I believe that Bitcoin is not a hedge against the markets. It's a hedge against banks and governments, right? And that's what I see. So my concern right now, as we're watching geopolitical events around the world right now, specifically with Ukraine and Russia, is if Russia invades Ukraine and Ukraine can't back some of its currency, are people going to put money in Bitcoin? Is that going to be the one they use so that they can maneuver and escape and seek asylums other places and have their money in some place that is transferable in most first world countries? You could go to pretty much any first world country now and find a way to cash out your Bitcoin. So is that something that's going to happen? And if so, how do you play this in stock and investment? If you believe these things are going to happen, one of the ways to play it is something that's been beaten down right now, and beaten down rightfully so, but it's been beaten down. And if you believe Bitcoin's can have a jump up because of these events, you might want to invest some money in RIOT, RIOT. This is something I've mentioned before on the show. It trades with Bitcoin, but it trades at a higher percentage rise and drop than Bitcoin does. So say Bitcoin moves up 10, 15%, RIOT will move up 25, 30%. It's not quite as big of a difference as, say, an option will, but it's still a bigger difference that you can make more money than actually buying and selling Bitcoin itself, if you kind of know which way Bitcoin is going to move based off certain events. So this is just something I wanted to put in your guys' minds here. One hedge I did play on Friday, and I was mentioning this. I said I was watching. I didn't make a call on the Instagram, but I did say I was watching. It was the oil stocks, right? And I mentioned a few of them on my post there. One of them was ExxonMobil and Transocean. So XOM and RIG. Those are two ones I created a position in, just a short-term position. I expect to be moving this position on and out very shortly. I believe that oil is going to go back up. That dropped the other day, and mainly because of this Iranian news that there's going to be a deal made, and Iran can start selling more of its oil on the market to bring in more money because of sanctions being lifted on Iran. That deal's not done yet. That there's no set time for that deal. There's other things that other people are working on right now that are taking precedent, get in the limelight in the news media versus the Iran deal. So I don't see that happening anytime soon. I see this as a short drop in oil and an opportunity to get in and make a quick 3 to 4% off of it. Yes, I didn't make an absolute call on my post on Instagram, but I was telling you I was watching it. I was saying this is a good time to get in, good time to look at it. You know, keep these things on your watch list for when you see these drops happen. Always have a certain sector of groups that you look at and that you watch, and that way you know them for a fact. Like me, I know these oil stocks. I've been watching ExxonMobil for a long time. I understand it. I understand how it works. I understand how it gets its money, and I understand how certain news and macroeconomic events affect that stock. And so that is one of the ones I sit there and trade and back and forth on and off throughout the years. It's the one I made 10 times my money on an option when oil went down negative a couple of years back. I've made money off ExxonMobil many times, and I put money in ExxonMobil and Transocean on Friday, hoping for a quick 3 to 4% return on those. That's what I was looking for. I'm not looking for an investment on these. I'm not looking to hold them. I'm looking to make a quick turnaround and get my money back. Again, two things I want you to take away from this podcast. Well, actually, three things I want you to take away from this one quick here today. First one is create a watch list of companies you feel comfortable with, that you understand how it works. That way you know when they drop whether or not it was a good time to get in or it's going further. Keep an eye on them. Know them back and forth like the back of your hand. Second of all, RIOT moves in with Bitcoin. If you think Bitcoin's going to move up because of geopolitical events and countries not being able to back their currencies, RIOT's a good play to make a little bit more money on it. I'm not calling it. I'm just putting it out there as maybe that's something you guys might want to look at. Keep it on your watch list, if you will. Have a different watch list just for cryptocurrencies and add that to it. RIOT, because that moves in. So does eBank. That moves in with the cryptocurrencies. These are just minor companies. Other than that, guys, I hope you guys have a good weekend. Enjoy this time. As always, we hope you've been entertaining, educational, and uplifting, because we want everyone to make money. Have a good weekend, guys. See you next week.